That is a quote from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That's Jim Carrey in his prime. I didn't hit it as hard as I could have, but it's within me. But anyway, yeah, this is the Annealer reveal. We got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of stuff that doesn't sit on its own. So it's laying down, and I'm gonna hold it up, and I'm gonna show it to you guys, and it's pretty tasty, it's pretty nice. But I'll give you guys a second to load in, and we'll say hello to whoever's coming in here live. It is about 1:31 on a Thursday afternoon. We've all had lunch, we've had a nice productive meeting. We are out here in the hot shop. You can see Matt behind me getting after it, making wine stoppers. We're packing things like mad for the Renaissance Festival. We got all kinds of product going left and right. Annealers coming down, coming up. Actually, right now when we need our large annealers the most, we're having an issue with our GB5, which is the computer system that controls the cooling down of all the products. So we worked a really full day yesterday, 9 to 5, blowing glass the entire time with 2 benches, all 5 guys in here. Chris, Nolan, Brandon, Matt, and myself worked all day. And I came in this morning and the annealer was still at 830 degrees, which if you guys are new to the show or you don't know much about how the glass cools down, we need about 16 hours to cool it down from 1,000 about 950 down to room temperature. So the fact that it only went down about 100 degrees overnight is a bummer, as they call it. And that means that it's still up right now. It's at about 700 something. I'm not going to be able to get the product till tomorrow, which is tough because when we do a productive day like that and we've got all our favorite pieces in there, I mean, that is a full box. We got so much cool product in there. I'm so excited about it. And we came in and I was ready to organize. I love pulling things out of the annealer and organizing them and signing them and putting them where they belong and wrapping them up, taking them to the Ren Fair. It was a little bit of a bummer that I didn't get to do that. So we're a day behind schedule with figuring out the product, but there is great product in there. We got great product right here. And Michelle.
A day behind figuring out stuff. We're like 50 days
behind. 50? No, it's all good. We're right on schedule. Everything's lining up. Everything's nice.
And I just wanted to shout out to Sam. Thank you for walking us through. We got Marissa with a new look, and everything's going well.
Yeah. Okay. Tech is getting handled, folks. We're figuring it out. Big shouts out to Marissa. Big shouts out to Sam. And we're out here. This is the Annealer reveal. Thank you for joining, folks, at 1:30 live. I know everyone's out there doing what they're doing, but we've got some fans here. We got about the average, right around 40 between YouTube and Facebook is where we kind of sit on a live Thursday afternoon. Well, let's see what we're doing here. We got Sue in the house, first one to comment. I like it. We got Dana's always here on the Annealer Reveals. Mary Lou, Christine. We got Carol over on YouTube and over in Ontario. We got Pammy. How the heck are you, Pammy? Coffee from Iowa. Love to see it. We got Joyce. Carol's watching on YouTube and Facebook, excuse me. We got Donald's in the house. Big fan. Uh-oh, Coffee might be getting a custom order coming up here soon. You know where to go, Coffee. The contact page, glassacademy.com. Get all the information. It goes right to my email box. We got Dawn in the house, looking good. We got Sam right there. That's tech support commenting. Wish she could be there, but she said it looks and sounds good. So big shouts out to her. Gwen, longtime supporter. Cindy, Pammy, Sherry, what's happening? And that's about what we got so far. So that's super cool. Keep the comments coming if you guys have questions, as always. You want something in more detail, ask me for it. We got some serious pieces. I'm going to go through all of them individually. Quite a few of them are still for sale this time around. One of them is already sold. So let's take a look here. Pat, what's happening? Pat, it was a wild show. Maybe worth checking it out, or at least just to see our Ren Fair garb, because I had it all on. I had my Dragon's Eye. It was giving me good luck. And I've actually knocked pieces off the pipe with the Dragon's Eye on purpose. If you swing your neck really good, this long medallion I have will hit the pipe and tink, pops off. That's a Ren Fair move. So anyway, let's get into it. So the warmer-upper was Joey. And this is the piece that sold from last night's show. He took it to Crackletown. Joey lives in Crackletown. It's his go-to move. He loves dunking glass in water. It's some kind of same thing as like a pyromaniac loves fire. He loves cooling down fire. So whatever you want to call that is what you want to call it. But Let's take a look here at this piece Joey made. I mean, holy moly. So you see it's got the gold brown on it. That's that dark metallic color. It's got that blue oil slick sheen to it. Here's the move that I'll show you. I kind of recreated on mine that I liked what he was doing there. That's where the punty went. It's very important to have that extra bit of glass there, some stability on that piece. But then we've got the GA stamp on the side. I signed it right here, Ren Fair, and then I signed it Show 176. This is a beautiful one. And then you see how that crackle breaks through the gold brown into the white. And if you look down on the inside, boom, there is all that white action. It's hollow all the way down to the bottom. Handle fits pretty darn nice for being a smaller piece like this. And you got a big, chunky, thick, solid, clear lip wrap up top. This is no mini horn. This is like a medium horn, and it's pretty darn good for drinking liquid out of. So it's tough to display these because they don't obviously sit. So when you're drinking something like this, we were talking about it, they're for hanging on your belt or they're for holding in your hand and not letting go of them. This would be a really nice sort of whiskey or some sort of brandy or some sort of like something tiny or a mead situation to hold on to this. And man, it is pretty darn cozy. It's a nice handle on there. This one is purchased. Someone with the initials SS has purchased this one, and congratulations, because Joey being back in town now, we've got a little different of a view on the pieces that we're making, and we get some little more character up in the show. Excuse me. So she got an amazing piece out of that one. And congratulations to Joey for putting the Crackle town in that show. And it sounds like our VIPs got a little something in the mail. They've all received it at this point. We got a lot of thank yous and we got a lot of what's happening. It's very cool to have the VIP supporters that support our show. They're the patrons of art that we have in our lives, and they're paying $4.99 a month on YouTube to be VIP subscribers. I am totally gonna make either this Friday night, I'm still decided whether I'm gonna do it when I'm alone in the space and I can make a nice video and really show off some cool things, or if I'm gonna do it on Saturday when there's actually people in the fair. But I'm gonna make a nice VIP video that we'll upload to the VIP members on our YouTube channel about the Ren Fair, what we're doing, show off some of that new product that we've got out there, and it's gonna be pretty cool. So a big shouts out to all the VIP supporters out there and the folks that are commenting now that are on the show that got their special treat in the mail. It's super cool and we appreciate you guys. So moving on, he is the master of Crackle. And that's right, Sue, for whiskey. That's what I'm talking about. What's happening, Dawn? Beautiful. All right, so moving on. We got, that was the warmer-upper. I'll skip to a different show. This is the experimental show from last week. Check out how Michelle's jalapeno turned out. It's even got those heat lines in it right here. That was very specific. That's what she wanted. I believe the prompts were green fire, and so, or green flames, and so this is what she came up with, the spiciest jalapeno she could create. And the color is really cool. She had 3 or 4 greens in there, and there's that texture. You got a little nub up here. This is where it grew. This is the jalapenos umbilical cord, if you will. You can see it. It looks just like it. Look at that thing. And it's a beautiful piece. So this one will be for sale either at the Ren Fair or on the website. I couldn't tell you. Maybe she's taking it home. I don't know. We don't have the experimental show quite locked into a beautiful rhythm like we do these darn live feeds right here. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are really interested in that, you can reach out to us as always. Contact page on the website or shoot us an email. And that's super cool. And that is hot. You guys jalapeno lovers, or you guys more bell pepper lovers? Might depend on the meal though, because I kind of go either which way. And Robin, who many of you know as a Glass Academy addict and our queen of the shipping department here at the Glass Academy, she's been growing a lot of vegetables in her garden, and she brought to the Glass Academy a pepper that was about this big, and it came from in between her jalapeno plant and her bell pepper plant. And we didn't know what was going on. She said she tested it. They made poblano stuffed peppers with it, and it turned out to be a jalapeno. It was like a double, triple, genetically crazy jalapeno. So that has nothing to do with glass, but that's just cool. So anyway, moving on, we had the warmer-upper. Then Oh yeah, it was my turn. We spun the mold and I went first. So I made this first little mini dagger of the year. And look at the iridescent, look at the color on this thing. This guy is for sale on the website. You got rosettas on the top and the bottom of the handle, an optic twist. And you see how Joey brought over that handle. It's got the side fold to it because he folded it together. Pretty cool. It's kind of like a guard, and it holds perfectly like this. I kind of took it out the annealing oven, and I did do one of these motions a couple times just to feel it out, even though I would never do that. You know, it's horrible. You can't think about that kind of thing. But it just naturally happened. But it feels really comfortable in your hand, and you can see the green of the inside of the blade coming out on the tip here. It's almost like it's glowing, and if you were really watching some sort of Harry Potter the week before, you would probably think of this as some kind of, you know, wand. Yeah. So, and look at that hole back there. Look at the glistening of that hole when it's not focused. It looks pretty darn cool. That's getting ready for us to work after this. We got the experimental show, and then we're going to do some production. But this is a pretty cool piece. First dagger of the year. First one we've done on the live show in quite a while. Again, it's for sale. You got the iridescent chrome, gold, brown, and green. And this makes a pretty one-of-a-kind, unique piece right there, folks, for your medieval fans and lovers out there. Moving on. Banana peppers. Dawn says banana peppers. Jalapenos only if they're cooked. I like them. I like cooked jalapenos. What I don't like is the pickled jalapenos. Those are kind of like, really? Like, what are these all about? But fresh jalapenos crunching on top of a taco, or some cooked jalapenos into your veggie mixture that goes right on top of your taco, or whatever it may be. It's a beautiful thing. And just keep the peppers away from Pammy, whatever you do. She's not into them. She likes them. They don't like her. Here we go. So that was the dagger, beautiful thing. And then Chris just went to town on this show. He really just seriously went to town. He made two of the pretty most hardcore pieces that have came out of the show in quite a while. They could be purchased separately, but they're also a perfect matching pair. This is the Barbarian Renaissanceian set. I'll show them off together so you see how the colors are matching, but I'll also bring them up close, and we'll start with this drinking horn. Now, as we spoke about on the show, this is how you hold this drinking horn. Boom. Locks right in place. Look at that. Someone's coming at you. You just take them right out. You could drink like this. It's perfect, and that's the angle you want to drink out of, because if you drink like this, then all of a sudden you've got to pour it back like really far, and you could hurt yourself. So you don't want to hurt yourself when you're drinking your beverage. Only defense over here. So you hold it like that, you sip it like this. This is a serious Renaissance piece, and this is for, I mean, it could be anyone, honestly. This is just serious. You could dress up at any time. You could take this to the bar, and we talk about taking our mugs and our drinkware to the bar, and we take them to specific places, and they pour it up in their own glass so they know the size of it, and then we could pour it in ours. But it's a pretty cool thing to have a one-of-a-kind piece like this. This is just ridiculous. The one thing I didn't show off was this beautiful move he did here. He chopped this while it was really hot. 1, 2, 3, I think just 3 times, and then pulled this down over it. So it's kind of like a feathering move. You've seen us do the feathering color patterns before. That's what I would call that, is a feather move, and that just looks ridiculous. It's a pretty hefty mug too. I forgot to get the water and the ounces so we can check it out. That's a bummer, but I don't think we had any guesses on there except for mine and Chris's, which we both said 36 or something like that. So that one's gorgeous. That's for sale. It's on the website. And then you got your matching situation. We'll show it from this angle first. That's a Barbarian beer mug, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spikes. I tried to tell him he had 8 on there on the show, but he didn't believe me, and it's true because he didn't. But it's got a purple handle, not a green one on this one, so they're matching, but they got their own personalities to them. That same encased clear encased with the green and the gold and the perp in the body of it. And then you look at that runner on the back. He's got the stinger, he calls it, right here when he pulls this out. That's kind of like your 8th spike right there. And then you got the beautiful thumb saddle up top. That's a cozy one right there. Lots of leverage. You got a little extra weight on the bottom because of the all the spikes. but it's just cozy. And here comes FedEx with our U-line order, very likely. Gonna bring in a bunch of packing material right through the back door, folks. So that's a gorgeous piece right there. That one's signed. I didn't show it to you. It's on the bottom. Signed number 176 is the show. I'm pretty blown away every day that we're actually have that many shows. On Monday night, I went and did a talk at the Northville Library, and I put one of our shows on the screen in the background, and it was just cool to tell people, you know, I mean, since the pandemic, we've been doing these shows, and that's getting further and further away, and we're at 176 shows. It's like, that's a lot of shows. We got a lot of things figured out. We got a lot of amazing people watching with us. Some amazing people have been introduced to our life. It's a super cool thing. And show 200 is coming right up. And I don't know if it's going to be in the new year or not. I can't quite do the math in my brain right now, but it's going to be a good time when it happens. That's all I could say. Loving the Dagger, loving the handle, freaking amazing. I love to hear that. Thank you guys very much. Chris did an amazing job on that. And Joey's bringing out the bits, bringing all the handles. It was a pretty smooth operation. The giveaway is something I'm pretty proud of right now. And today, actually, we're going to make a few more of these for the gallery or for the Ren Fair because these are hot sellers. This is our giveaway piece. And yes, I'll let you talk to him. This is the drinking horn right here, folks, and look how good it looks with my shirt right now. That's looking super tight. It's a perfect color combo. We did the spaghetti, or the spaghetti, iridescent, metallic black. You got the orange GA stamp on the side. Look at the handle. Look at the optics in that is ridiculous. And then here's that bit I was talking about with the splatters type of situation. Kind of looks like some little like six-legged little bear or something, but it's super cute. This punny mark came off beautiful. You got a nice flat bottom here, nothing to break, and this thing is super tasty. This is gonna be for free for somebody. Look at that. Somebody's gonna get this next week. You guys know how to enter the e-news giveaway. e-news@glassacademy.com. You send the email to the question of last week. Do you remember the question? It's been erased already. Michelle's been handling the tech support so well, I haven't even been paying attention to the question, but perhaps one of our amazing Glass Academy addicts would present the question to all of our amazing viewers right now. One of those Glass Academy addicts is one of 500 and plus that are on their Facebook user-created sweet community that talks about glass. It shows the products, it shows what's going on in the world of glass. It's super cool. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead there, ask them some questions, ask us questions, but enter into the giveaway. It's going to be a sweetie next week. I'm excited to see who gets it. I got a feeling it's going to be someone who's been watching us for a long time. It'd be really cool if it was like Sharon Watch, who hasn't ever won anything, which is just ridiculous, or I don't know who else hasn't won. I know there's 2 or 3 other people that have been watching for a long time that haven't won anything yet, but I'm sure we're going to get around to it. Someone's going to win something. That's going to someone's home for free no matter what, and it's going to be a beautiful situation. We got Vilda. Thank you. Thank you very much. From Michigan, watching on the YT, watching on the YouTube. I appreciate those compliments. Mary Lou's digging it. Sue's digging it. Carol's asking for that one to be coming to Ontario for her. It is a Harley Davidson special. It is a Halloween Witch's Brew special for sure. And have you ever been to a Ren Fair and where is it was the question. I remember that now, and thank you guys for the reminder. And that's going to be the answer. You send that answer into enews@glassacademy.com, and that's how you automatically enter to be a part of the Wheel of Names and see who's going to win that next week. That's all the products from the show, you guys. If there's any last questions that you guys have before we take off, I'm going to join in with Matt over here, and actually we're going to do the experimental show first, which means we've got the words soft chair that were voted on our Instagram to work with. Personally, I've got a different idea than soft chair, something else I want to try again and give another shot to. Last week was a treacherous situation. I'm not going down that route again, not making goblets on the experimental show. That was a little bit out of control. But That's the plan, folks. We're going to film it. It's going to be amazing, and then we're going to get back to work here. The gallery opens at 4 o'clock. If you guys are local, come on down. If you guys aren't local, send us a comment. Tell us how you're doing, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. We got the questions, and we're doing great. Thank you guys very much for tuning in live. Everyone who's watching after the fact, hope you guys had a wonderful Thursday or Friday or whatever day it is. And we will talk to you all on Sunday virtually.